Long runs, almost every one of the long runs you guys have given up, though, up the gut and stuff. It's in zone read, options up the gut, whatever. But there's been a linebacker there, almost every one, who's been blocked out of the play, and nobody over the top, so to speak. And I'm just wondering, like when you're talking about putting people in the right positions, do you have some problems with your linebackers getting blocked, not getting off blocks, et cetera? Has that been one of the? I know it's not every play, but one big run makes up for 5 plays.
Now again, we missed 20 tackles, so
yeah.
That's going to, anytime that happens, I haven't had that, I can't even tell you the last time we had that, so at any place.
But is that part of the scheme you're talking about?
No, I actually, I get the sense that people are on the linebacker. I actually think the linebackers have played consistently. I think when the ball does break, we haven't gotten it on the ground always, and that's our job. And there's one glaring run from the game where, we didn't quite rotate the way we were supposed to. And people say, well, he's right there. Well, he's not supposed to be right there. He's supposed to be in the back. So maybe we wouldn't have gotten it down for a 5-yard gain, but we should get it down for a 15-yard gain. Yeah. And
you're talking about that first touchdown run. I mean,
there's one
42-yarder.
One later in the game.
Well, 42-yarder, y'all rotated the safety.
The what?
The 42-yarder safety rolled. I think it was Isaiah Pryor rolled up onto the line of scrimmage. I think they might have had more in motion or something, because y'all were shooting him at more on occasion, and it didn't look like Fuller got to a spot in the backside, because after he got past Malik, I think in the middle he was gone. And
and Sean was in the game as well.
Yeah,
and that not to get into particular plays, but we have to make sure that when teams that do all this stuff, when we adjust, that we get to the right position on the fly. Yeah. And again, when you've done it, like when you watch Jordan Fuller, he knows how important it is to get to the spot. When you haven't done it a ton and you do it, I'm going there, I'm on my way. No, you have to get there, because it changes the angles of everything else. Those are little things that I feel like I said, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. I see it in practice where it's actually being done exactly right. There's this thing called the pressure of the game that can make a player do something that he hadn't done in practice, and that's where you got to take it from the practice field to the game field, and we're getting really close to doing that. And I think as we log more reps at doing our scheme, that our guys are getting closer to doing it consistently. And that's how you play, that's how you have 67% of your first, second downs are efficient plays, 3 yards or less gain. So you look at it and say, wow, if you do that, you're supposed to win, but it doesn't address the other 11 plays that were 23, 26, 49, 33. Those plays are the ones that are killing us. But I think we're closer, and I'm encouraged by that. But until we do it, it's just a thought. We got to make it happen.
I know Nick Bosa's gone for good. Are you seeing Chase Young sort of step up, specifically him, and sort of become that big stick on the? I mean, does he still have a ways to go? But just what's your impression of what he's kind of bringing to the fore right now?
Well, I think even before Nick got injured, I thought Chase was playing at a high level. He's a guy that isn't had a ton of reps, so he's learning as he goes as well. But he's physically very gifted and has made some really good things happen out there on the field. As we can make that, again, part of the bigger picture, if we can make that happen more consistently, watch out, because he is, he's a special athlete. The thing with Nick, when you have Nick, is Nick did what he was supposed to do, and he did it very well, almost every time. Mm-hmm. So that's the aim as you develop it. Nick didn't do that when he was Chase's level of experience. Yeah. So we're chasing that for sure, and we'll get there.
One of the quickie, the Rondale Moore play where he caught the ball, whatever, and I think Isaiah had a shot in on the sidelines. But when you look back on that and you ask players, did some players pull up because he was so close to the sideline? If you understand what I'm saying, from a don't want to get the late hit kind of thing. What was sort of the explanation there?
Well, there might be some of that, but you can't. That's the name of the game, and it's relentlessly finishing every play. That's what we do around here, 4 to 6, A to B plus 2. Unfortunately, that didn't happen on that play. And like I said, I think it was play 65 or play 67 to play 75, kind of everything unwound.
And we're last questions right here from Doug, because I got to get Coach Day in here as well. Doug, go ahead.
Greg, you said you're probably not going to do a huge change to your scheme in the middle of the season. Mm-hmm. How much of the big plays that you guys have given up have come because you are a man team and dedicated to that? And if that's the case and big plays are an issue, why wouldn't you think about, let's go away from that and maybe play mixed coverages more or do some other things so we're not giving up big plays in man coverage?
Mm-hmm. Well, in the RPO world, which we live in now, you need to be at some degree man, because if you don't, there's too much space, they pull the ball out and throw it. So we traditionally around here have been a man team, whether it was man quarters or man single high. We have played more zone probably this year than we have in the past. Can we play more of it? Sure we can. And might that aid and assist some guys that are right now maybe not ready to play 60, 70 snaps a man a game, without a doubt. That's all part of what we're talking about when we say tweaking what we're doing. But to say that you're going to come out and see a Tampa 2 zone team 60 plays a game, that won't happen. That's not, and we don't want it to happen here. So it's more tweaking than say, are we going to become a zone team every down? The answer is no. We're not going to do that. Can we do some more of it in some creative ways? I think the answer is yes.
And I know you talked about